election season where basically we on this side of the TV screen have said all we can. We've laid out the stakes in this crucial election, where one side stands for freedom while the other meets the textbook definition of fascism, namely a far-right dictatorial regime like Hitler's Germany or Franco's Spain or Mussolini's Italy.
All right, that's enough ranting. So you guys have heard the news, I'm sure, but this episode is different than the other ones that you've seen because we are going to also talk about other people who might be on a chopping block too. But yeah, Joy Reid is fired. I mean, technically she's, not all the way fired. I don't think she's all the way out of MSNBC, but they've immediately canceled her show. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about what the next step is, which to me is still like kind of funny. But, and we're going to talk about, who else is on a chopping block, because this has been a problem that is, I guess, being corrected right now. And we knew this was coming, right? We knew this was coming because people were tired of all of the, one-sided, biased, leftist media, the divisive talk. Nobody's going to look deeper into why this is happening or anything. It's like, look, and neither am I, right? The fact is, this woman is miserable. And I've spent time on this channel talking about this, though I'm not the type of person to clap and say yay, but let's go ahead and get into this episode.
Hey guys, I have some big news again.
So we'll use a little bit of George C. Foreman. I'm trying to just put all of this together. We'll use a little bit of his footage for this, but then I'll add on the rest of my stuff. Let's go ahead again and get into this.
Who just won not one but two NAACP Image Awards. The readout won for Best News and Information Series.
Yeah, nobody cared about the NAACP Image Awards. Like, those were hyped back in the 90s, early 2000s. I didn't even know they were still doing awards for that, but let's keep going.
Oh my God, big ups. So proud of the readout team. Oh my God, we worked so hard on the show. So thank you to everybody who's been so supportive of the show, all the readers who watch it, everybody, thank you. I'm so excited for the readout team. But guess what else? Boogie, Baker and Murley won in the biography category. Oh my goodness. I am so proud and so excited about this award. This was such a labor of love. Like, this was written really for Miss Murley Evers Williams, and just dedication to Medgar Evers, who's made such a huge contribution to civil rights history, as did Miss Murley.
A few moments later,
MSNBC has canceled Joy Reid's 7 o'clock show, The Readout,
no!
as part of a major overhaul by the network's new regime. Reid, an unabashed liberal, mainstay, in fact, you could argue, and an emphatic Trump critic, will be replaced by a new show hosted by former Obama staffer and Bernie Sanders backer Simone Sanders Townsend, also former RNC chair Michael Steele, and Alicia Menendez, the daughter of disgraced New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez.
I'm hollering. I mean, all right, so like this is like kind of getting on my nerves a little bit because I hate when people act like all right. All right, fine. Just I'm using his footage, and I'm not going to stay too stuck on it. But I wanted to get the main story out, which is that she's been fired, and they're canceling her show, and they're replacing her with another miserable black woman.
So big that I can't eat it by myself, right? I gotta share the W. I gotta share it. Okay, I gotta share the W. We all gotta share the W. Okay, because MSNBC has canceled Joy Reid's show as network makes major shakeup. Now, as you guys know, I have been predicting this for a while now, right? I kept telling you guys, especially after the election, that Joy Reid is going to get fired, right? That she is going to lose her show. I've been telling you guys that. Now, it's not clear whether or not she's actually been fired from the network yet or just her show being canceled. But as of right now, her show is canceled because nobody watches it. I mean, it's just flat out racism at this point.
They can drive out the brown people and the black and Asian people or just sink them into the same apartheid they've created in Texas. And they will control enough electoral votes if they can
They want white supremacy by ventriloquist effect. There is a black mouth moving, but a white idea through the running on the runway of the tongue of a figure who justifies and legitimates the white supremacist practices.
Your thoughts, Byron Donalds, who walked out after Dixie was played in New York and has no shame there. They say he's going to be the governor of Florida now.
Yeah, every community has what I call their chickens for Colonel Sanders. Muslims had their halal chickens. The black community has their chickens. Byron Donalds is a grown-ass black man who referred to Donald Trump as his daddy. And what I want to tell the Byron Donalds, and every community's got a Donald. I got a Kash Patel. We got a Nimrata, we got a Haley. We all got them, all right? What I want to say is this. They'll never love you. They'll never love you. No matter what you do, they'll never love you. You can never wipe out that brown or black skin.
But, I feel like the important sort of data point, and Steve talks about it a lot. He's going to probably talk about it a little more tonight, is that these are white Christians. That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians that are going to participate in these caucuses, especially tonight. Earlier today, reached out to Robbie Jones, from the Public Religion Research Institute.
Now, see, this is why I'm glad I used his footage, because he was able to put the compilation together for me. So I'm keeping it real, and shout out to him. And you know what, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos. So this is why, I really look. I'm not gonna be the person to be like, yay, she's out, because maybe this person has children, and it's not in me to quite do that. But it's also not in me to stop other people from doing it. So if you are, popping champagne over this right now, you do you. You deserve to, because this person is hateful. I mean, even saying, oh, this is white Christians. I can't stand it the way you guys talk about, the way the divisiveness. It's like white Christians are different from black Christians. And we're all supposed to be Christian. And I'm not going to get into why there actually is a difference. I'm not going to get into that. But they just talk however. How long did you think this was going to last? But you did your song and dance. It's funny, Roger Hott and all of them, they had something to say, saying we got a bucket of chicken for every culture, right? Because if you're not going with Democrats, and surely you are some sort of coon or something, right? And that I've been called all of that, right? When they're done playing you like a puppet and you finish doing the song and dance for them and they don't need you anymore, they will throw you out. Guess what, Joy? Exactly what you were saying about people who happen to not be Democrats happened to you.
Sunny Hostin today with the following query.
What we did not have is white women who voted about 52%, right, for Donald Trump. Uneducated white women, is my understanding. You have Latino men actually voting more for him. And you have, and black men was not the story. We're not the story here, because they voted almost 80% for the vice president.
Right.
So why do you think that uneducated white women voted against their reproductive health freedoms? And why do you think Latino men voted in favor of someone that's going to says he's going to deport the majority of his community?
White women like being called uneducated white women. I think the economy matters, national security matters. But when you put people in these boxes, I think that's a takeaway from this, right?
By that, she means non-college educated women, which in her world.
Right. So those type of egregious kind of comments, nobody wants to keep hearing that. I don't want to keep hearing that. I don't. I mean, I don't watch the show. I hate watching it, with you all. And so that's why you have a headline like this: tensions mount at The View as host asks to dial back Trump criticisms. Layoffs, morale is low. Absolutely. I mean, because and this is from 2 days ago. So this is still a problem. The thing is that I was like, okay, maybe they're flying under the radar, because I don't hear this talk anymore about anybody from The View being taken out. But this headline came 2 days ago. The talk show hosts on The View are being pressured to tone down their criticism of President Trump at the ABC's latest round of layoffs. The Post reported, and an insider close to Whoopi and Joy and all the girls or whatever, told the Post that morale is low as cost cutting continues. Sources also disclosed that the mood on set is growing tense after the show's executive producer, Ryan Tater, asked staffers to go easy on Trump-related conversations ahead of the, inauguration last month, right? So these people, right, they sit. She doesn't give any pushback. They sit there and they just yammer on with their most totally divisive kind of talking points. So they criticize the person and call him racist and all of these names and whatever else. And what ends up happening is that you're not having a real conversation. If at least you were criticizing like some of the policies coming out and you were just simply saying, I don't like this policy and this is the reason why I don't like it. But first you have to call Trump a fascist, a this, a that. People are not going, they will turn off the television immediately. I'm not telling you to love a person, but you can't start off like that. Nobody's hearing, because you just sound like you're angry. So, and I'm going to tell you, these people, they need to save money because a lot of people aren't watching TV. They're not, And so that's already an issue. And then you guys are so divisive on the show, especially this one. So I would say she better tone. She's the one who really needs to tone it down. The rest of them kind of got with it. Whoopi just really just stays on chill mode as much as possible. She needs to tone it down. But we have some people, who are reacting, of course. Joy Reid, a.k.a. Race Lady at MSNBC, just had her show canceled because it was unwatchable. Good into the most vitriolic, lowbrow, and unhinged race hustler ever allowed on national television. That's Charlie Kirk. Of course, you got that girl that lives in TikTok. But this guy's kind of a little weird to me.
At MSNBC, so I'm saying goodbye to one of the biggest hacks, the biggest racists, and the biggest losers to ever disgrace a cable news set. Sayonara, Joy.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of his, but he is right about everything he said about her, but I'm totally not a fan. Racist Joy Reid with 3 toxic personalities. Simone Sanders said Alicia Menendez and Michael Steele is not improvement. It's an epic fail on how to read the room. MSNBC has learned nothing. No, they're going to come in and they're going to stay calm. Trust me. They're not going to let it go too far. This is Simone Sanders. Let me see. Oh, I thought, okay. This Michael Steele is a rhino. It's not going to go far. Okay, like they'll talk about the power. I think that they've seen this example because she took it way too far, constantly coming at white Christians and Trump and white people. That's just too much. They won't take it that far. Come on, after that example, people have bills to pay. So there you have it, guys. Joy Reid has been dropped, and is what it is, So I think they said she'll still be making guest appearances, but it is what it is. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.